Hi everyone. Today Salesforce admin training day 25. Let's see what are we going to learn today. Today's our agenda is we'll go through the previous session overview and we'll talk about the formula field use case, one of the use case. Then we'll talk about the advanced formula field. That's the last one, last function of the advanced formula field. Then we will move to the next topic is called email templates. And in the email templates, we'll talk about the what is the email template folder and what are the standard email template folder, what is the custom email template folder, and email template navigation steps, what are the different types of email template, and what is the plain text email template. And if time permits, we'll see the use case. Otherwise, we'll see the use case tomorrow. And then we'll have a questions, trial head, interview questions. Now, quickly, what did we learn in last class? Which all are functions in the formula field?
Math functions, logical formulas.
Math function, text, logical function, and right. So today we will see one of the use case. The use case is yesterday we were talking about implement a formula field on the case to check if the representative are creating the case outside of the contacts preferred time. Contacts preferred time. Now let's divide this use case. First of all, they are saying that contact preferred time. That means on the contact, I need to have a field which says preferred time, which says preferred time. So let's create the field called preferred time. So data type for this is a time. Now, if anybody is creating, if any case is created outside of this time, if any case is created outside of this time, then we need to check how many cases are creating out of this time. So I'll specify one time. So the cases has to be created on that particular time. So if the cases are created apart from any of the time, then it says the checkbox is true. So first I'll create a preferred time here. Let's go ahead and create a preferred time on the contact object. So let's search here contact. Fields and relationship. Right now we do not have any preferred contact. There is no preferred time. So I'll create a new. And the data type for this is I'll take it as a time. Click on a next button. And the field name is preferred time. And click on next. And then click on the next button. And let's save. Okay. So now I have a preferred time, which is a time. Now let me go back to the Salesforce. Sales Cloud. Let's go to the contact. So in the contact, I'll just take any existing contact, which is a David. For this David, go to the detail section. And there is a preferred time. So I'll just specify the preferred time is, for example, let's take 7 a.m. Now, okay. Right now, I have created the preferred time. Now, on the case, I need to check whether they are creating outside of this time or during the same time are they creating it. So whatever the cases are created, those cases has to be created within the same time, Now what I'll do is I'll create a formula field on the case object. So click on the fields and relationship, go to the new button. Right now I'm creating the formula field. So what I'm going to do right now, so basically I'll check. So here I'll check created date. From the created date, I'll get the time of this. I'll get time of it. From the created date, I'll get the time of it. From the time of it, I'll get the hours. What is the hour? Right? So this is what I'm going to get it exactly. So that means what is the hour that it is created? From the time, whenever we convert into the time, we will get a hours, minutes. From that, I'll just try to get the hours. Now, once I get the hours, okay, it's up to you whether you wanted to convert into your local time zone. Your Salesforce time zone might be different and your local time zone might be different. Your Salesforce time zone is, let's assume that your Salesforce time zone is GMT. This is Salesforce time zone. But when you are specifying the time, preferred time, right? So this preferred time will be your local time. Whatever the preferred time is there, this is your local time. Whatever your system time is there, which is called as a local time, system time, which is a local. Now, for example, I wanted to convert whatever the hour is there. I wanted to convert these hours. Now, while converting these hours, first I need to check if this is -7, which is I'm going to convert it less than 0. That means in case if it is a minus value, now output of this, I'm getting it as a minus. If I'm getting as a minus, then what I'll do is, this is the if condition. If condition usually will have, how is the if condition? If logic, and then I'll say true. If the logic is true, then I'll display the true, otherwise I'll display the false. This is the if condition. Now similarly, this is the logic here. This is the logic. If this logic is true, then what I wanted to do is I wanted to convert into the GMT format. I wanted to convert this everything into the GMT format. 24 hours plus whatever the hours which I'm getting it. So 24 minus this hours. 24 minus this hours. So it will be 24 minus 24 plus, then I'm going to add again the same thing. If it is a minus value, if I'm getting here, the output is minus value, then display the default value. Do not add any plus 24. This is if it is equal to true, and this is if it is a false. Now finally, I'll end the if condition here. Now this is to understand what is the hour that I'm getting it. The output of this I'll get as an hour. The output of this is an hour. So I'll get a whether 7 o'clock or a 6 o'clock or a 5 o'clock, whatever the hour is there, that hour, the output of this is, I'm going to get the hour. Now, once I get the hour, I need to compare this hour with the contact preferred time. Whatever the hour I'm getting it here, that means whatever from the case, this, whatever you have this equal to, then whatever the preferred time is there, whatever the preferred time, whatever the preferred time on the contact, preferred time on the contact is both hours are same. Contact dot preferred time is both hours are same, then it should be checkbox should be false. If it is a different, then it has to be true. So that means what I'm doing here first I'm going to get the actual hours that case is created here. Get the actual hours that case is created here. Once I get the hour, then I'm going to compare with the contact preferred time. Did they created on the same time? Did they created on the same time? If they created on the same time, then show the false. Show the false. If they created outside of the time, then it should be shown as a true. It should be shown as a true. So this is entire logic I'll be doing it. Now here again I'll be having a one more if condition. One more if condition. Why one more if condition? Because I need to compare this. I need to compare these two. I need to compare these two. So here this will be ending here. So hour of this, and then finally I'll be ending the data. So again I'm repeating here. First I'm checking the created date. I'll get the created date of the case. This is the created date of the case. Once I get the created date, from the created date, I'll take only the time value. I will take only the time value. That means it is going to get hours, minutes, seconds. It is going to get the information. Now, once I have a time value, from the time value, I'm going to get the only hours. I'm going to get only the hours. That means it is going to give me the hours. Right, so I'm going to get the hours. So once I have these hours, then I'm checking whether it is a less than 0 or not. If it is less than 0 or not. If it is a less than 0, if it is less than 0, then simply whatever is there, I am displaying same as it is whatever the hour I am getting it. In case if it is a greater than 0, I'm adding a 24 hours to this. I'm adding a 24 hours to this to just make sure that it is converted into the local time zone. So 24 GMT format. And once I get the output of this, whatever this is there, the output of this, whatever this, the entire if condition is there, the entire if condition, this entire if condition output, the entire if condition output, I'll be getting either 6 o'clock or a 7 o'clock, like that I'll be getting it. Right? So whatever this is there, equal to whatever the time that we have mentioned in the preferred contact preferred time, whatever the data that we have mentioned in the preferred contact. So whatever the hour we have mentioned, whatever the time we have mentioned in the preferred time, is these two are same? Is this two are the same? Then I'm adding another if condition here. I'm adding another if condition. If this both are logic is true, then it should be displaying the false. If it is a different, then it should display the true. This is how the logic which I'll be implementing it. Now let's go ahead and implement formula field. So the formula field name is case created outside of time, outside of the time. Outside of preferred time. Right, so this is the one. Now the output will be the checkbox, true or a false, because at the end I'll be getting the whether it is a true or a false. The checkbox is it's a data type is checkbox. For the formula, data type is checkbox. Now let's go ahead and implement. Now here the first thing I'm going to check if condition. If logical test. What is the logical test here? The first if condition, the logical test is I need to check the created date hour, created date of the case. So first if condition, I'm going to check the created date, case created date. Let me write it here. So I'm going to get the created date. Created date. Created date has a date time. Has a date time. So first I'll convert this date time to the time value. Time value. Now, once I convert this to the time value, then I'll get the hours, minutes. Now, from that, I'll try to get the hours. From that, I'm trying to get the hour. So for this hour, whatever we have this hour, the entire hour, I'm going to do the -7. This is just to convert into the local time zone, whatever I have it, -7 and less than 0. If it is a less than 0, whatever we are getting the hours here, whatever we are getting the hours, that hours, if logical true, if it is a true, then I'm going to do the 24 plus whatever the hours I'm getting it. In case if it is a false, then simply I'll be displaying the data. This is the first if condition. Now, I'll be writing another if condition on top of it. Basically, it is a if within the if. If within the if. You may call it as nested if also. If within the if. So this is the first if condition that is done. Now on top of it, I'll be writing another if condition if this logic is true. If this logic is true. What is the logic here? The logic is what are the output I am getting in inner if? What are the output I am getting inner if? That inner if should be compared with the contact preferred time. Contact preferred time. That means equal to, if it is equal to our contact preferred time. Now, so far whatever we have done is, within the case, I have chosen the field. Within the case, I did selected the fields. What are the fields are available within the case? I have chosen it. Now, I wanted to choose it from the different object. Now, which object do I need here? I need a contact preferred time. But where I am in the case object. Where I am in the case object, but I need to pull the contact field data here. I wanted to pull the contact data field. That means cross object field. How can I pull the cross object field? Click on a input field. Inside the case, you have a few lookup fields or a master detail fields. Something will be there, right? So for example, if you want to get the account details, account fields on the case, then you need to have some relation in the between the case and account. If once you have a relationship, you can bring the account fields onto the case. Similarly, if I wanted to bring the contact preferred time, I need to have some relation between the contact and case. Then only I can bring the contact fields. Now I already have a relation between the case and contact. Now I have selected the contact. From the contact, I need to bring the field called preferred time. Now click on this insert preferred time. Now this preferred time. From which object I am pulling the preferred time? From the contact object. Where I am pulling it on the case. I am on the case object creating the formula field. While creating the formula field for the case object, I wanted to pull the contact preferred time. So how did I do that? Insert a field, click on a case button. Once I click on a case button, here we will see that there are few relationships which are already implemented. So what are the object? You have implemented the relationship between the case and the other object. If you have a relationship, that means if you have a linking between the two objects, then only you can bring the related or a cross object field into the case. Now, if you want to bring the account rating, now select here case, account, and then specify the account rating. Right? If you choose it, account rating will be placed on the case. Right? So if you want to bring the cross object field, then you need to have some kind of a relation between this case of what are the object you are in. From that, you need to switch it here. Now, in case if you don't know what is the relationship is available, don't worry. Come to the case. Wherever you see the arrow mark, wherever you see the arrow mark, that is nothing but there is a relationship is which is already implemented. Wherever you see this arrow mark, that means the relationship is already implemented between the case and account, between the case and asset. Similarly, case and business hours. So wherever you see the arrow mark, that means you can pull the fields of that other object. Similarly, we have a contact arrow mark is there. I can pull the contact fields. Parent case within the case. So that means self lookup relationship is available. I can pull it. Product details also linked. So I can pull the product fields onto the case object. Product fields onto the case object. Similarly, we have a service contract. Service contract fields also I can pull it on the case object. Right. So wherever you see the arrow mark, that means you can pull the cross object. For example, you are going to the product. You are going to the product. Now within the product, now let me go to the service contract. From the service contract, if you want to go for another object level down, now from the service contract, you have an account name. Now you can choose this account name also. So it will be service contract dot account dot name. So two parent level. What are the two levels are there? Two levels you are using. If you just select this from the if you just select the from service contract, if you simply select the service contract here, from the service contract, if you choose it, it will be service contract dot activation date. But if you choose it another arrow here, and if you choose this one, so what will be service contract and then account dot name, right? So like contact. Service contract dot contact dot assistant name. So that means two level down it is going. So like that you can build the wherever the arrow mark is there, you can bring those object field data into the current object. So right now we have got the preferred time, and once it is like if these two are equal, if these two are same, whatever the output is there, this output equal to preferred time. If these both are same, then it has to be false. Otherwise, it has to be true. If condition and if the condition is true, then display it as a false, otherwise display as true. Again, if you want to divide this, you can divide this also. Like if this is the logic. Now, if it is less than 0, then you need to display the 24 hours, or else if it is a less than that, then it has to be normal. Whatever the hours are there, it has to be normal. Now, what are the output of this? Whatever the output is there, the output of this is equal to whatever the output is there is equal to hour contact preferred time. If it is there, then it has to be false, otherwise it is true. So equal to is a operator here. How did I get the operator? Here you have a equal to. Check the syntax. Right, no syntax. Now click on the next button. Click on next. Click on save. Now let's go to the case. So here we have a David which I updated the 7 a.m. Now let me go back to the some record. Now here we have it. Is case created outside of the preferred time? Yes. Now why it is created outside of the preferred time? Because it's a 4 p.m. It's a 4 p.m. But I have here it's a 7 a.m. But if I give a here preferred time is a 4 p.m. Preferred time is 4 p.m. or a 4:15, whatever it might be. Click on a save and just refresh this. And it is going to take some time. So let's refresh again. Now let me see what is the output I'm getting here. Let's go to the case. Now here, there is a formula field. So let's click on this. Now edit. Now let me update this. I'll remove the second if condition. That means whatever the high level is there, I'll just remove it to check what is the let me edit again. Copy this, Control A. So I'll just store it into the one notepad. Now here I'll remove everything and check syntax. I just added the if condition here. I just added the if condition. Now it has to be number. Let's take the number data type because I'll be getting the number. and the decimal should be a 0. Quick save. Now let's go back to the case. Now this case should be displaying the number. Now let's refresh again. Now here it is displaying where is it? It is displaying the 4. The output is 4. Now if it is equal to 4, this is here it is a 4:15 p.m. Now this is I am getting the hours is 4. Now let me check what is the preferred time hours is coming here. Let me copy this. Quick save. And the preferred time is from the preferred time we are getting the hours. So we have given the 4:15 there. We have given 4:15. So it should be taking the 4. It should be taking the 4. So preferred time it says blank. Why it is saying the blank? It is not taking preferred time. Contact preferred time. Why it is taking blank? So preferred time 3:45 p.m. Perfect. Let me remove this hour. Quick save. It has to be time. Quick save. Okay, so let me refresh this. Now let me convert this into the classic. Now let's go here. This is the case. Detail section. I'm not getting the time at all. Not getting the time. Preferred time. Contact dot preferred time. Why I'm not getting the contact dot preferred time? Okay. So the reason is on the case we do not have a contact. We have not given the contact. So we need to give the contact. Contact is David. Let's click on his invalid email address. Let's take out this. Click on save. Now I'll be getting the time. So because the reason was the contact was not linked to it. The contact was not linked. So that's the reason it was not giving the preferred time. So now I have linked the contact. Now whatever I mentioned the preferred time, it will be taking the preferred time here. It will take the same preferred time that is mentioned in the contact. Now let me go to the object. Now here in the formula, let me add the entire formula. Now it has to be checkbox. Now quick save. Refresh. Right, so it is saying that it is checked. It is saying it is checked. It's going into the true condition here. If both the hours are same, why it is going into the true condition? Now again, and let me do this. I'll just check the hours of this, check the condition. Okay, it has to be number. Quick save. Okay, contact preferred time. Contact preferred time is taking it as a 16 hours. Now it has to be. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me change this to the AM. Now again, if you want to convert into the 12 format, you can do that also. You can do that one also. Right now I have a 24 format. It is taking it as a 16. After the 12, it is counting as a 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I can go and add my logic back. Now it has to be checkbox. Quick save. Let's go back to the Salesforce. Now it should be false. Is created outside preferred time is a false. Now if I change the preferred time here, some 4:15 to the around 5 o'clock, then immediately my checkbox will be true. So this is how we will play with the formula fields in the real time. It's not a simple in the real time. It seems like a simple. It seems like a simple, straightforward, but it is not actually a straightforward because you need to test it whenever you implement a formula field. You have to test it with the multiple scenarios. You have to test it with the multiple scenarios. So you need to play with what is the output it is coming and each value, what is it exactly. Then you need to execute this, and then you have to save. That means it's a sometimes it is a straightforward, you can do it. Sometimes it is a bit difficult. So where you need to spend at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes on the formula field in order to check whether it is giving you the right result or not. Whether it is giving the right result or not. So that's about the use case. And let's move on to the advanced formula field. In the advanced formula field, we have only one thing. We have only one, which is called as a, let me open the new fields and relationship. No, we do not have. Instead of clicking on a save button, you can do the quick save. So quick save is the one, there is a two options are available, save and quick save. Use the quick save. Do not use the save, use the quick save, so that what will happen is you will be in the same place. You will be in the same place, but as soon as you say quick save, it will be saved and the play it will be in the same place. Now, apart from this, do I have any other thing to test it? All these things, you do not have any other. No, formula field is not that. Or else what you have to do is you need to check in the developer console, customizing it. This is the only place for the formula field. And the next one is we have a advanced. In the advanced is having only one function which is called as a currency rate. Which is called as a currency rate. In the currency rate, you are passing the ISO code. You are passing the ISO code. So return the conversion rate to the corporate currency for the given currency ISO code. So basically, how do you implement this? If you want to implement this, so if you want to implement this thing, currency code. So for the currency code, so basically here you have a only one function which is a currency rate. So currency rate is the return the conversion rate to the corporate currency for the given currency ISO code or 1.0 if the currency is invalid. If the currency is invalid. So basically how you will provide in the ISO code, you will specify the USD. ISO code is nothing but what is the that related to that country, what is the ISO code. So it's like a USD for the US, right? So for the Germany, it is a GBP, right? And for Japan, it might be a JPY. So whatever the you currency, whatever you wanted to convert the currency, those currency, you can specify it. Currency of USD, right? Into amount. So for example, you have a amount. You have amount. Let's say that you have some amount. Now this amount, whatever the amount is there, you are capturing in the different format, different currency. Now this converts, this is you wanted to convert into the different currency or you wanted to get that into the different currency. So in that case, what you will do, you will specify currency rate of GBP or let's say Japan or USD, whatever it is, let's take it as a USD into the amount. Whatever this amount is there, you will multiply that and you will take the round figure of it. M ceiling. So yesterday we have seen the M ceiling. So you will take the round figure of it and just to make sure that in order to add whether it is a dollar, pound, or is it like a some different value in that case. Usually if it is a rupees, then you will be adding the INR, right? So if it is a amount is in US, then you will be adding the dollar. So while converting it, you need to specify this dollar also. So concatenate with the dollar. And when you concatenate with the dollar, you just specify this is as a text. This as a text. So this is how you do that. So what are the USD is there? That USD, you will take that. So for example, if you want to go for a pond, right? So let's copy this. Now I wanted to convert into the different currency rate. Let's say GPD, which is a symbol of the pond. I don't have that symbol here. Okay, so this is a different symbol. I cannot see on that my laptop. So basically, every country will have a different currency. Every country will have a different currency. So if you want to convert that into the currency rate, you can use this. It returns the currency rate to the corporate currency. Whatever the corporate currency is there, it written in that format for the even ISO code. What are the ISO code you are specifying here? USD, INR, GBP, JPY, anything you are specifying it, you can specify, or 1.0 if the currency is invalid. In case if the currency is invalid, then it is 1.0. So that for that purpose, converting it, for conversion rate, we use the currency rate, and inside this currency rate, we use the ISO. In case if you want any help or anything on the operation functions, any of this, just click on there is a help option is available here. Quick tip. In the quick tip, you can specify here operation and functions, or else here you have a more example. There is an option called more example. You can click on the more example. Now here let's go for a currency rate. There is a currency rate. Let's search here currency rate. Right, so if you will be passing the USD or you will be passing the whatever the currency the format is there, that's the format you will be passing it. If it is a INR, it is in rupees, pass the INR. So it is basically returns the conversion rate to the US dollars. US dollars. So that's how we use the conversion rate for this. So that's all for the formula fields. I will send you another PDF where it has so many, I can say, examples. So this is a PDF where it has a advanced formula field examples, where you can see that there are different examples which Salesforce has provided it. I'll be sending this PDF to you. So go through these formula fields and practice it. What are the examples that they have given? Practice this. This is total 40 pages are there. So it has a complicated scenarios, easy scenarios, everything is available. So understand each one of them. And if there are any questions, let me know. After the class, I'll be sending this PDF. Okay, so that's all for formula fields. Any questions before I move on? Is everybody clear? Okay. So let's move on. Next one is a email templates. Email templates. Now the email templates are, let's take a real-time example. For example, you have a bank account. This is the bank account. You have a certain bank account. In ICICI Bank. Okay. And here in the bank, you have a total amount of 60,000. In the bank, you have a 60,000 balance. And you have another bank you have another bank account, or your friend has another bank account in HDFC Bank. In HDFC Bank, they have a bank account where they have assume that they have a balance of 40,000. 40,000 is the balance. This account is with a different person. This account is with a different person. This person is having the account in the ICICI Bank. This person is having the bank account in the ICICI Bank. Similarly, the other person, there is another person. There is another person. The person is having the account in the HDFC. This person is having the account in the HDFC. Now, let's assume that you are maintaining the balance of 60,000 and another person is maintaining the balance of 40,000. Now, this person has requested his friend saying that I need, can you send me the 10,000 because I have a less bank account. I have a less amount is there in my bank. I need one more 10,000 in order to buy some items. This person want to buy some items. For example, this person want to buy an iPhone or buy some electronic items. He wanted to buy some electronic items. Now, when he wanted to buy electronic items, now whatever the amount is there in his bank, it is not sufficient. It's not sufficient. So he called the person and he said that, can you transfer me the 10,000 to my bank account? So what this person will do, he will go to the transfer option, and in the transfer option, he will add the person bank account number. After adding the person bank account number, he will choose here, transfer the 10,000 to the whatever the bank account it is mentioned here, it will be processed. So what will happen as soon as it is, once he click on a submit button here, once the person is click on a submit button, immediately the amount will be detected from this. Immediately the amount will be detected from this. That means 60,000 minus 10,000 equal to, immediately the result, the output, once he is done with the transfer, immediately the person could see that 50,000 is deducted. 50,000 is the current balance. 50,000 is the current balance, right? In case if the person is not able to see the balance is detected or not, he will be worried. The first thing, as soon as the person is click on submit, the first thing what this person will do, this person will open the mobile. This person will open the mobile and then he will cross check, did I receive any message? Did I receive any message saying that the amount is deducted from my bank? If there is a message saying that amount is deducted from the amount and your total balance is 50,000, then he will be little bit satisfied. Okay, it is deducted from my account. It is deducted from my account. Similarly, the person is going to check the email, right? He is going to check the email, whether it is deducted, what is the details, everything he is going to check in the email. Similarly, this person, when this person is in the shop. This person is in the shop. Now this person, he called his friend and he requested to transfer the 10,000. That's the work is done. Now immediately this person is transferred the 10,000, but he did not receive any message yet. He did not receive any information. Now, before it, like as soon as it is added to the 10,000 here, as soon as it is added 10,000 to his bank account, that means his total amount will be increased to 50,000. His bank account total amount will be increased to 50,000. As soon as it is transferred, deducted, or as soon as it is moved to his account, he will get a message. The person will get a message saying that in the mobile, right? So in the mobile, he will get a message saying that there is a 10,000 is added to your bank account. Your total balance is 50,000. Your total balance is 50,000. Also, this person will open in the mobile. Email also he will open. Email also he will open and he will cross check whether it is really done or not. The person is not opening the bank account. The person is not opening the bank account. He is just, the person is opening the mobile or an email to confirm that whether it is really processed or not. And this person, though the person is opened the bank account, but still waiting for the confirmation in the mobile and the email. Because nowadays everything is in the mobile, though you have done the work in the opening the account, but if the person does not receive a message, immediately he will go to the bank asking that I did a transfer today and it is detected, but I did not get a message. What is the problem with my account? Right? So immediately the person will go, why did not I get the email message or an email? No information came to me. So immediately this person will go and inform the bank person and he will raise a case to the bank. So how these confirmations are happening? Confirmations are happening through the either it is a SMS or email. Nowadays, these are very important. Whatever you do, whether you buy anything or you purchase anything, you transfer the bank account or you pay the bill through the online or you recharge something, right? Anything you do it, the main communication happens to the SMS and the email. If you receive a SMS, if you receive a email, you will go through that particular SMS, right? Or you have something paid through the credit card. So whenever you paid through the credit card in the restaurant, the first thing you will check is how much amount is deducted from the credit card. So you will either check the email or a SMS. So these two are the very key point for nowadays. Wherever you go, this is the key point. Now, based on the email communication, SMS, everything will be depending on those two. Now, whatever the process is there, this is the real-time process. So whatever the process is here, is somebody sitting in the system and doing this process? Is somebody is sitting in the system? Now, whenever this person is click on the submit button, now the person will be sitting in front of the system. He will create a email or he will build a SMS and then send the SMS email to this person. Similarly, if you are paying the credit card, while paying the credit card, the person is sitting in front of the system and doing all these things. Now, if the person is sitting in front of the system, now assume that how many human resources we needed. And we need it for the 24/7. Whenever the person does any transaction, and millions people does the transaction in a day. Million people does the transaction in a day. Now, if person is sitting in front of the laptop or in front of the system, whenever there is any detectant, send this email. Now, if that person has to be, if somebody has to do sitting inside in front of the system, it is a hectic work, right? You need to prepare an email, format it, what is the amount is detected, what is the current balance, everything you need to make a changes and send it to the another person, which is a time consuming, Now, person sitting in front of the system and doing all these things are time consuming. All these are time consuming it. Now, how can we make this as a automated process? Now, in order to build a SMS email for every individual transaction, what usually does is you create a template or you create a draft or a template, you create a template. So template is you will have so you will have in this template, the words are common. When I say template, it's a draft. So the words are common. So detect word is common. Like I'll say here one of the message, it says that transferred amount 10,000 to XYZ account. right? So this is the message you might be receiving it. Now here transferred amount is a standard. You do any transfer, this text will not be changed. Account is a common, which will not be changed. Now only the change is how much you are paying it and for whom you are paying. Who is also common. So that means now these are the field you need to get it. So that means this is the empty. Now here I need it based on the whatever transfer the person is performing the transfer, from that I need to capture the data. Similarly, whatever the account he is selecting it, that person account details, I need it. But rest all are same. The words, what are the text format is there, it's everything is same. Text format is same. So that means bank people, not only the bank, whatever you do, which are the organization you go for it, they will create a template, or it is called as a draft, or it is called as a draft, template or a draft. You prepare a draft or you prepare a template, right? As soon as the submit is done, somebody as the automation is calling this template and replacing this dashes with the amount, replacing this dashes with the account details. So that's how people do it in the real time. So even in these, for example, if I wanted to send an email, if I wanted to send an email, if I want to send an email, then what I'll do initially, I'll draft the email. Initially, I'll draft the email. Now here I have a Samskar ID. So for Samskar ID, what I'll do is I'll just draft a email. So for drafting the email, I'll click on a compose. I'll just write a subject. Subject is transfer amount. Transfer amount. And I'll say here, dear customer, and then I'll add the standard text. Whatever the text is there, the standard text will be added here, right? So then finally, what you will say, thank you. What are the company? XYZ company. This is what you created draft, right? Now after 2 days, this is the draft is saved. After 2 days, you come and open, same text will be there, right? You can use this draft to send multiple emails, Similarly, here also in the organization, we create a template. So that template is used for the common actions or a common execution, common functionality. We can use this template and we can send the email to the another person. Now the person need not to sitting in front of the system, because we have automated the system where it can be automatically captured that template, and in that template it will replace few information and send the details. So person need not to be sitting in front of the system. Now this is called as a email template. This template is called as a email template. In Salesforce terminology, it is called as a email templates. Now for this email templates, we need to understand few things. Now by using this email template, we can, so email template is a draft, the one which we have seen right now. Template is nothing but a draft. So which contains a subject, email content, right? Which can use to notify the people. So here, whatever the Gmail that I have opened, it has a, whatever the Gmail that I have opened, it has a subject. This is the subject, and it has a email content, right? And whom to notify. So if you want to put anybody in the CC by default, so put draft as a, in draft put CC of your name, CC of your email. So whenever you send this email, every time it will be copied you. Every time it will be copied you. So email template is nothing but a draft. Email template is nothing but a draft where you can specify the subject, you can specify the email content, you can specify, or you can put a CC, BCC, whomever you wanted to notify it. So those information you can add it into the email template. And email templates also called as a communication template. Email templates also called as a communication templates. And each organization can have a set of employees, customers, partners, and end users. That means every process you have a different type of a email template. Every process you have a different type of a email templates. Now organization can have a set of employees who are working within the internally. Now I cannot send the same email that I'm sending to the customer. I cannot send that same email to the internal employees. Internal employee will be should be having the different email template. Now the same template, I cannot use it for the customers, end users. I cannot use that. So for end users, it has to be different template. For customers, it has to be different template. For partners, it has to be different template. For internal employees, it has to be different template. That means in order to communicate with the customers or a partner, employers, right, end users, whoever it might be, everybody should be having the different type of email templates. Different type of email templates. Now let's take a scenario that here in the same organization, whatever we were discussing about the example. Now here you will be having the scenario where you have a support team, bank, support team, right, service team, right, the admin team, and then IT team, and then marketing team. These are the different teams are available. Whenever I receive an email from support team, it is a different because support team is working on a different type of cases, right? So their email should be a different format. Service team email should be a different format. Admin team email template should be a different format. IT team email template should be a different format. Marketing team email template should be a different format. So basically, it's a based on that means in the real time we will be using the multiple email templates because the requirement is like that. So if you have a requirement when you are building the application for a sales cloud, service cloud, and marketing cloud, community cloud. In that case, you need to have a multiple email templates for the support, service, marketing, community, partners, end users. For everybody, you have a different templates. You have a different templates. So is everybody taking the notes of email templates? Take the notes and let me know once it is done. Is everyone taking the notes? Okay. Now let's move on. Now, few more points of the email templates. So by using the email template, we can send email notification to the required users. Whoever the user it is required, we can send the email template to the required users with the subject, content based on the need, whatever is required in the content, we will be sending the details. Now we can send the email upon performing the bank transaction. This is one example. This is one example, like a bank transaction. We can send an email or else whenever the case is raised by the customer, as soon as the case is raised, you will receive a email from the support team saying that thank you for creating the cases. Our team will be get back to you soon. Right? So whenever the case is raised by the customer, you will see the email. And the third one, we can send the email to the all the members based on the festival seasons. Now, if you have an account in Amazon or a Flipkart, now during the festival time, or you have registered in the few shopping malls your email ID. So what they will do is before the festival or during the festival time, they will send you some kind of a emails saying that there is a 75% off or a big sale, something kind of a emails you will be receiving it. But how you will be doing, how they will be doing it. Basically, nobody is sitting in front of the system in order to send the email. So they will schedule a time when is the festival time. During that time, automatically midnight 12 o'clock, as soon as it reaches to the midnight 12 o'clock, immediately you will start seeing the emails that is coming related to the festivals or a new year. Some emails you will be getting it. So that is an automated process. Nobody, human is not sitting in front of the system till 12:30 and sending all these emails. No, it's a automation process. They have created the email templates, and these email templates are triggered automatically by the some system based on the condition that is applied or a logic that is applied. So whenever there is a festival season time or a new year time, they will be sending, or a birthday celebrations, anniversary celebrations, they will be sending an email to you. And the fourth scenario is we can send an email to the required people upon submitting the details to apply for the position. Now, sometimes whenever you apply a position, whenever you send a resume or you apply directly in the Naukri.com, whenever you put a the resume, or if you apply directly into the Dell site or a Wipro site, what are the company sites are there, if you put a resume there, so you will receive an email saying that thank you for applying, showing the interest for this position, and my HR team will be contact you soon, kind of a email you will be receiving it. So that is also automated email. That is also automated email which will be receiving it. And sometimes if you observe in the email template at the bottom, you will see something called as a subscribe, unsubscribe. Subscribe, unsubscribe. That means if you want to keep on receive these kind of emails, then you will say subscribe. Now, after certain point, certain point, I do not want to receive these kind of emails. Then we'll click on it, unsubscribe. Now, how this is happening? This is also happening through the automated process. Now, the subscribe, unsubscribe buttons also we can include within the email template. Within the email template, we can include the buttons, subscribe, unsubscribe kind of a buttons. We can keep it. We can place those buttons. We can place those buttons. As soon as you say unsubscribe, automatically your logic will be listening to that, and then it will perform based on that. Take a notes of it. Right. Also, if anybody wants to take this, they can take this. If anybody is interested or anybody wants to take the screenshot or note down in the notes. And done. Okay. So let's move on. Now we got a clarity what is the email template, everything we got a clarity. Now, how the Salesforce is storing these email templates? How Salesforce is storing the email templates? So basically, Salesforce is provided two category of email templates. Two category of email templates. The first one is a standard email template, and the second one is a custom email template. Salesforce is divided the email templates two categories. One is a standard email template. Second one is custom email template. Standard email template is these are the ready-made email templates provided by the Salesforce by default. Whenever the org is created, now once the org is created by default, Salesforce itself gives some standard email templates whenever you are creating the org, right? So or Salesforce is giving you the org details. As soon as the org is created, by default, Salesforce will add some standard email templates. These email templates are created by the Salesforce. So by default, it is a part of the Salesforce CRM application. And we can also customize it. We can remove the standard email template based on the business requirement. If you want anything to remove it or customize it or edit anything, if you wanted to do, you can perform everything on the standard email template. Whereas custom email template is nothing but if the existing email templates are not suitable for the application. For example, if the standard email templates are not useful for my application, in that case, developer or admin will create their own email templates. They will create their own email templates. Now, whatever the developer is creating or admin is creating their own email template based on the business requirement by providing the subject and the email content is called as a custom email template. Custom email templates are created by the developer or a admin. So when they will create a custom email template, whenever we feel that standard email template does not fulfill the requirement of the business. Now, in that case, they will go for the custom email template and then they will create the email template there. They will create the email template. Now, take a notes of it. We'll see that. So that's what I'm saying it. We can customize it, we can remove it, we can do whatever we can do it with the standard email template. We can do it. You can modify or you can change anything, the text if you want. Like for example, standard email template, everything works, but only certain place I wanted to change the text. Then you can customize it and you can use the standard email template. you can customize the standard email template. Or else, if there is entire content is not suitable for the business requirement, if the entire content is not suitable for the business requirement, better to go for a custom email template. Better to go for a custom email template where the developer or admin also can create the email templates. Is everybody taking the notes? Now, first we will understand the email templates. Then at the end, I'll talk about the limits. Right now, I'll not talk about the limits. Once we are done with all the email template or creating the emails, everything, then final step will be the limits. We will be talking about it. Yes, we will talk that. We have not yet came to that point DB yet. We are still in the starting stage. Is everybody taking the notes of it? Okay, so let's move on. Email template folder. Now, so far we have seen the email templates. Now, what is this folder? What is this folder? Folder is, we know that there are some emails we can create it. We can create a email. So right now I have given an example that there is a support team, service team, right? So these are the teams which are available. These are the teams which are available. Now, when you know that you have a support team is available. You have a support team which is available, as well as the IT team is available and admin team is available. Now, these are the teams which are available. Now, when these teams are available, now I do not want support team to go to the IT related templates. It is possible that support team can, whenever they are looking at the templates, whenever they are looking at the email templates, they might switch to the IT templates also. If I combine all templates in one place, now support team has a 10 templates. Support team has 10 email templates. Now IT team has a 20 email templates and admin team has a 30 email templates. Now all 50 email templates I'm placing into one place. One place I'm storing this. I'm storing this into one place. When I store this into one place, it is so difficult for the support team just to look for only 10 email templates out of this 50. Out of these 50, they just needed 10 email templates that they wanted to look at it. So it is very difficult for them to identify. If I mix everything into one place, it is so difficult. So what we will do is we will create a within the email template. This is the email template. This is the email template. Within the email template, I'll create a different folders. I'll create different folders. This is one folder. This is another folder. This is another folder. The first one is a support team folder. And the next one is a IT folder. Right. So this is the IT folder. And this is the admin team folder. Admin team folder. When support team needs to look at any template, they simply go to the email template and from there they can open the folder which is related to the only related to the support team. They can open this. So in that they can see only 10 email templates. If the IT team want to look at their email template, they can go to the email template. From there they can go to the specific folder which is called as the IT. There they can see only related to IT templates. So for that reason, Salesforce has provided the concept called folder. Salesforce has provided the concept called folder. Now each email template should be get resides inside the email template folder. It is very important you organize the templates where you wanted to place it, because in the real time, you will be creating the multiple email templates. You will be creating the multiple email templates. When you create multiple email templates, it is better to organize them into the proper folder, so that after 1 year or after 6 months, you will not be get confused what is the template in which folder. Now, if I do not have a folder, then it is very difficult that going through the each email template to understand which one is the right email template that is related to the support team. So it is always better to organize that. Now, Salesforce provides in this folder also, Salesforce is provided two types of email template folder. Now, few folders which is provided by the Salesforce, which is called as a standard email template folder, which is standard email template folder. And the second one is a custom email template folder. Folders also, Salesforce has given some standard email template folder. And apart from the standard one, if you want to create your own, you can create your own custom email template folder as well. Now, all email template folders resides inside the folder object. We have something called folder object. Folder object. Now, you cannot see the folder object in the object manager. If you go to the object manager, now go to the object manager here. Now search here folder. You cannot see the folder object here. Those are hidden because those folder object is, it's not a user interface. There is nothing to do with the users regarding this object. This is only for the developers and Salesforce team members. Whoever is working in the Salesforce admin, developer, architect, whoever is working in the Salesforce, they need this object details. End users, customers, client does not need this folder object. They need not to know anything about the folder object. So there are some hidden objects which are there in the Salesforce. One of the hidden object is a folder. One of the hidden object is a folder. Now, how can I identify that? Where can I see that folder object? Where can I see that folder object? So, as I have mentioned when we were discussing about the object manager, there are three ways to view the object manager. This is the first way where you can view it. Second one is a schema builder. The third one is where you need to go to the setup and open the developer console. Open developer console. In the developer console, open this developer console. In the developer console, you have a file, and then here you have an option called open. You have a option called open. Now, when you open it, you will see one of the entity type is called objects. Now search here the object name. Object name is a folder. Now here is the object. Click on it, open. When you open, these are the fields which are available. ID, parent ID, name, developer name, access type is read-only type, namespace, prefix, created date, last modified date, system mod stamp. So these are the fields which are available within this object. Now, whatever the email template folders are there, email template folders will be reside inside the folder object. Resides inside the folder object. Now, how do I get the output of this? We will see that later. Now it is too much because I need to jump onto the querying the data. So for querying the data, we need to understand certain information. Okay, so these are the object you can see in the developer console. The object which you are not able to see in the object manager, definitely you have to go to the developer console and click on here file, open. When you click on a file, open, you will see here object. So inside the object, whatever the object you wanted, just search that object here, right? So in this window, you will see all the objects. There is even hidden objects also you can see. Even hidden objects also you can see in the this object entity type. Then take a notes of it. And in the meantime, till this point, any questions? Now we are not yet gone to the practical. We are just understanding the theoretical part. Now, what are the standard email templates are there? What are those standard email template folders? What are the standard email template folders? We will see the folder names. There are two folders which are provided by the Salesforce. Standard email template folders. There are two email template folders provided by the Salesforce. We will see that. Is everybody taking the notes? Offline. Okay. So let's move on. So standard email template folders. There are ready-made folders provided by the Salesforce by default. Salesforce provides two email template folders. Salesforce provides two email template folders. What are those two email template folders? One is a unfiled public classic email template folder. This is provided by the Salesforce. Second one is my personal email template folder. First one is unfiled public classic email template folder. Second one is my personal email template folder. Now, what is unfiled public classic email template is nothing but this is a public folder. This is a public folder. Whatever the templates you are keeping in this folder, everybody can access in this organization. Everybody can access in the organization. Whether the person is an internal employee, partner, anybody who has a Salesforce access, anybody who has access to the email template, they can open up the unfiled classic email template folder and they can view all the templates that are available in this public classic email template. So unfiled public email template is nothing but this is a public folder. It is a public folder. Whatever the templates you keep in this folder, everybody in the organization can see the email template. Now, personal email template folder is nothing but it is restricted for the person whoever is creating the email template, the owner of the email template, only that person can see the email template. Rest all cannot see the email template. Rest all other users cannot see the email template. Only the person, whoever is the person is there, the person whoever is created the email template, if the person is keeping the email template in the my personal email template folder, only the owner of the template can be seen that particular templates. Others cannot see, others in the organization cannot see the email templates. Now take these notes. Okay, so others are not able to view the template if it is a within the my private email template. If it is within the my private email template folder, the other members cannot see, other members in the organization cannot access these templates. Only accessed by the owner. Whoever is the owner is there, only that person can be access the email template. Taken the notes. Now the next one we will see the custom email template folder. This is the standard email template folder provided by the Salesforce. Next one we will see the custom email template folder. done with taking the notes? Okay. So next one, we will do the custom email template folder. Now, custom email template folder is either a developer or a admin can create their own template folder. This is also based on the requirement. If the client or it is also related to the developer, here clients may not involve. Client input may not involve, but developer has to decide it. Developer has to divide this because client doesn't need to know what is the folders are there. Maybe if the client has an admin team within the company, within the client, they have an admin team who can handle the admin related things. Then in that case, it is better to involve the admin team, or else mostly in the real time admin Salesforce admin or a Salesforce developer will decide which folder should be created. Client input is not required here. So developer will be they will be creating the folder name based on what are the different type of email template that I should be creating it, what type of email template that I should be creating it. So based on that, so they will be deciding it, which folder should be creating it, because in the future, it is going to help for the developers only. It is going to help for the developers. Tomorrow, if they do not want to get confused, they have to come up with a folder and place the related template inside the folder. Now, all the email template information, like all the email templates, what are the email templates are there, all the email templates details, where it is going to store, it is stored inside the object called email template, object called email template. Now you can go ahead and if you are searching here email template, you might see something called as a email message, but you will not see email template. Email template you will not see. Email message, I'll come to this later. But email template, right now we are talking about the template. We are not yet gone for the email message. So template, if it is a template, so template you cannot see in the object manager. But when you go to the developer console, click on a file, open, object, search here email template. So here it is the email template, click on it, open. Now this is the email template object where you have a template type, description, subject, right? Folder name, what is the folder name here? And who should be in the subject, what is the body, and right? So these are the information, ID of the folder, template style, developer name, who is the owner of it, what is the brand template ID, these all the information. It will have the details. So email template is a draft. Email template does not have a CC or a BCC or a to address. It does not have. I'm creating the template. That's it. It just contains the description, subject, and what is the body, and if it is active or not email template, right? So those are the information which is available in the email template. All the email template, whether it is a standard email template or a custom email template, everything will be stored in the object called email template. That means in the database. In the database, if I go to the database, now I have a database here. Now if I go to the database, in the database, we have a two tables. We have a two tables. One table is where it is storing the email folder information. Another one is storing the email template. Now here you have an email folder. This is an email folder. And another table is called as a email template. Email template. Now the data will be stored in this is a rows and columns. Is rows and columns. It will be stored in the rows and columns. The normal format of the database, RDBMS, right? So this is how the data will be stored in the DB, in the database. In the database, whatever the email templates you are creating it, or whatever the standard email templates are there, everything will be stored in the email template object. Email template object. Now, theory is done. The next one is a navigation steps. Navigation steps. Is everybody taking the notes? Now let's move on. Navigation steps. Navigation steps are click on a setup, search for the option email template, and then click on the email templates. It is going to show you the different email template, the standard email templates. Click on the view email templates. Now setup. Now once you land on to the setup, search for a email templates. Search for email templates. When you search for a email templates, you have two things: classic email template, lightning email template. Now, is there a difference between the classic and email template? There is no difference. No difference. Only the thing is that if you are in a classic email template is since long it is available. Since long it is available. It seems like a classic view. Classic view. If you click on a lightning email template, if you click on a lightning email template, now here it is going to give you the option lightning email templates. Now this I will show you what will happen if I enable this. If I enable this, what will happen? Now, right now this lightning email template is switched off. Lightning email template is switched off. Now, in order to enable that lightning email template, we will see that tomorrow what will happen if I turn on. Now, first today we will focus on classic email template. In the classic email template, here you will see two folders. These are the two folders. First one is the public class email template, classic email template, and the second one is personal email template. Now, if you want to create your own new folder, you can click on here, new folder. Click on the new folder and you can create your own new folder, and who should be the able to access this, right? So in the public email template, these are the templates which are available. Any of these templates you wanted to move to your own custom folder, and who all can access, all the users, or this folder is hidden from all the users, or this folder is accessible only by the following user. If you want to access only for the public groups or roles, whoever is having these roles, only those people can access this folder. So that is also you can do it. Now you can create that folder. It is similar like a list view. It is similar like a list view. And this public folder access is whether you wanted to have a read only or a read write access. Read write access. Now this is how you create a folder. And below you have some templates which are given here. There are some templates which are given here. Now these are the standard templates. These are the standard templates which are created when the organization was created. When the organization was created, that time these all templates were created. Now here template type, it says custom text. Custom text. We will come to this later. Template type. There are different template types are available. Right, so these are the, right now we can see that Salesforce is providing the custom email template, text email template, custom email template, text email template. Now, on top, you can see here the expand. When you say expand, it will give you the more information about the classic email template availability. Classic email template availability. So user can write the email and create a template directly from the records. You can also create a template directly from the records, like a approvals, case, or an email to case, process builder, web to lead, workflow, wherever you wanted to use, you can use these email templates. So most of the scenarios, you can use these email templates. Now, right now it is a public classic email template. If I say personal email template, there is nothing in the personal email template. Now, if I say here, now I cannot edit the personal email template. Now, if I wanted to add few of them from the public to the private, I wanted to move from the public to private, you cannot move it. You cannot move it. Rather than you can create a new template, and while creating a new template, you can move the public to the whatever your folder is there. In that folder, you can move it. So that's about the classic email template. That's about the classic email template. Now, whenever we are clicking on this new template, whenever we click on a new template, it will give you the 4 types of a templates. It will give you the 4 types of a template. These are the types of template. These are the types of template. That means whenever you click on a new button, you will see there are 4 type of a templates. One is a plain text or a text template. Second one is a HTML by using the letterhead. The third one is a custom without using the letterhead and Visual Force template. Plain or a text template, HTML by using the letterhead. Next, a custom template without using the letterhead, Visual Force template. These are the 4 different types are available, 4 different template types. Either you can create a template in the text format, or you can create a template in the custom format, or you can create a template in the HTML, or you can create a template in the by using the Visual Force. We will see each one of them step by step. We will see each one of them step by step. So this is about the 4. Now, based on this selection, this is a step 1. Step 1 is you need to choose the type of the template. Type of the template. Based on this type of the template, your next screen will be changed. Your next screen will be changed. So step 2 will be displayed. Now here it is displaying the folder details. Here it is displaying the folder details. Now do you want to add in the same folder, or this is available for use? Anybody can use it. Email template name. What is the template name? And what is the template unique? Right? Whether you wanted to go for a encoding UTF-8 or some 1987 Korean, or if you have any other ISO format, if you wanted to use that, you can do that. So encoding is by default, it is UTF-8 description, and you will add a subject, and then what is the content in the email body. So this is the data you will be adding it for the text template. Right, so rest other information we will discuss tomorrow. Questions? What are the different type of email templates we have?
Standard, custom,
and standard.
Okay, type of templates.
4 types we have. One is plain text,
Text.
custom, HTML, and Visual Force.
Right, there are 4 type of templates we have. So what are those?
Text,
Plain text,
HTML,
custom, visual force.
Right. So text, HTML, custom, visual force. So that's all for today. Let me stop sharing.